Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, guys, and today we're going to be installing coilovers on my infiniti Q60. Now this is going to be my third time installing coilovers on this platform. I've installed BC Racing coilovers over there twice on my 2015 Q50 and 2018 Q50. So it should be very similar. Also, it's the same coilovers. So I'm gonna have the same coilovers on 3 different cars. But before I get into the video, guys, please add me at boostinmotion on IG, Facebook, and boostinmotion on gmail.com if you want to follow this specific build, and check some of my older videos with the 2018 Q50, which pretty much built the channel. But outside of that, guys, hit the intro. Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. All right, welcome back everybody. So we're going to be installing all-wheel drive BC Racing coilovers on my Q60. Now I have in the past I have installed coilovers on my Q50, which is very similar installed, and these are the same coilovers from the Q50. If you can check on my channel, I did in the past rebuilt these coilovers because they have about 60,000 miles. I changed out the shocks, and I want you guys to just go check that out if you want to know how to change out the parts. It's really easy and simple to do. Now, anybody who's watching this for the first time, I have a 3.0T Sport with the Sport packaging. So what that means is that I have DDS suspension. The DDS suspension has certain little sensors that adjust the height up and down as you go. Now, it's not no mag rod or anything like that, but what the thing about it is, if you do have a non-sport, the bottom collars right here are a little wider on the red sports and the 3.0T sports with DDS suspension. The regular ones are about 2 millimeters slimmer. So definitely whenever you're looking to purchase coilovers, you take a look at that so you guys can know. I don't want you guys to make that mistake, all right? But anyways, let's start. All right, so before I put the car on jack stands and everything like that, this is my first time installing coilovers on this car. Now, from what I know, shout out to Enthusiast POV, I have the rear folding seats, and the only way you can access the top bolts of the rear shocks is if you take down this back seat and you start taking off the plastics and metals, because you have to be able to access that. To me, that's the hardest part of this job. I did it on the Q50, the last 2 Q50s. It was annoying, but this is going to be even more annoying because I don't have rear doors. So there's a lot less room. So I'm going to tackle that first, and I'm going to break that part down, taking down the rear seats. It'll be a little easier for you guys too, so you guys know exactly what to do, and hopefully this part goes fast. All right, but anyways, let's go. All right, so the first thing you got to do, guys, is pop the trunk. And I don't know if all Q60s have the rear drop seats. I'm not too positive, but if you are equipped, you press down the rear drop seats. Hopefully all you guys' cars are equipped for that. Now, make sure you, of course, give yourself room to get inside. You drop the rear seats all the way down. Now, what we're going to start to do, hopefully I don't run into too much issues, start taking off all these plastic pieces, and then we'll see where we get from there. All right, so there's 2 clips on both sides. Take off those clips. All right, so I'm starting to pull this out and clip it. There may be a clip back here, so not maybe, there is, because you can actually pull it up. Be careful not to cut yourself. There is a funny looking clip down here. That's pretty annoying. I don't know if I have to remove this part because there'll be 2 bolts here, which I don't want to deal with. But maybe I don't have to take it all the way out, but I still got to be able to get to the coilover top, which is right over here. Oh, it already popped out. Okay, it popped out. All right, well, it popped out. Now you guys know how to do that. Okay, all right. And I guess this one's gonna pop out the same way. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can lift this up. There's like clips under here. I want to be able to see everything properly. There may be some clips over here too, but see if I can pull it out. But it looked like I should be able to just push this up and pull it out. But let's give that a shot. Now, I called Enthusiast POV, and he stated he didn't take this off because when you take this off, you'll never really be able to get it back in properly. I do want to try and see if I can pull it out, but I do feel like if I do get it out, it's going to be very hard to put it back in. So I'll give it a shot. He said remove these 3 bolts to the airbags on both sides. And the bracket right here has like four or five bolts on this side and like 2 bolts on the top. Let me show you guys real quick. I don't want to cut my hand. See those bolts inside? Yeah, tell me about it. That's why I feel like this is supposed to come off. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna get the airbags down first. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, this is annoying as hell. I've been at this 10 minutes. I'm about to just rip this whole thing out. This is really freaking annoying. I do have access to some of the bolts, so I'm gonna start taking some of them out. Maybe that would help. But yeah, this process right here is super annoying because there's not even much room to sit down and like really work properly. All right, so I'm taking off this top because I want to be able to get access to everything. There's these little clips over here, and I just stuck like a flathead in it, and it's annoying. It's like you gotta pull on this way and then keep this in the corner so that it can come out of that clip. All right, so I got this up. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, this is not something that most of you guys are gonna wanna really do. There's not much space. There's that bolt back there that you have to get. That's part of the bracket. Then you have these 2 bolts right here. They're both 10mm bolts over here. 1, 2, and then there's some more back here. That's over there. And this is, y'all guys not gonna like this that much. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. So this Q60 is not easy to install coilover. So when I put this in, that's it. Next time I come back out, those bolts are not going back in. I'm telling you that right now. Those top 3 bolts are not going back in. 3 or 4, and I'm gonna call it a day. If you got time and you okay with your trunk looking like this for at least a day or 2, understand that this is either an all day thing or you break it out into 2 or 3 days. So it's annoying. This is the worst part here. That's why I did this part first. I should have started yesterday and then tackled this today, but we'll see what happens today. All right, so for that last bolt that's all the way in that corner, you're gonna have to use some kind of extension, or you're gonna have to take off this top area. This is annoying to do, but right now pretty much this bracket should be able to come out. Yep, yeah, it should be able to come out. So I'm gonna figure out how to get this out. I don't know if I'm gonna have to unplug this airbag or not. I don't really want to. I don't know if I have to just turn it down or turning up. I don't know. I'll figure this part out. But otherwise than that, we're gonna pop this one out, and then we're gonna work on that side. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I want to move this airbag properly, but it was in the way of the bracket. So there was a little bolt over there that I took off, another 10mm bolt with extensions, and that allows me to move this properly left and right. Now I can move the airbag as I need to move it, and now I can remove this bracket. So I'm gonna remove the bracket, and now we're gonna do it to the other side. This is annoying. All right, so now I got this one out. I got both brackets out. I don't want to show you this top part. It's just looking pretty bad on here because you guys are gonna get mad at me. But this headliner I messed this headliner up, so I'm not gonna show it. But now I have access to both mounts. I have access right here, right? I have access right here, and I have access over here on this side. All right, so I'm gonna start to lift the car up because yeah, you save this part to the end. All right, so let's go. All right guys, so now we got the rear seat down. We're going to lift the car. I'm gonna do backs first. Screw it. Matter of fact, the back is usually a little easier once you have the rear seat out. So I'm gonna do the fronts first because then you have to deal with the whole axle and everything issue. So I'll do the fronts first, and then I'll save the backs for last because you don't have to deal with too much in the back. It's actually not too bad. So that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure that you guys use 2 jack stands. Don't just sit the weight on a jack, and make sure that the handbrake is on when you lift the front of the car. All right, so let's go. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some boostinmotion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.